Figure yourself out. My kilobytes per second are ranging from 0 to 5,000. Well past the Twitch allocated amount. Alright, seems to have steadied out. Sort of. Let's see. Alright, back to the dungeon. We believe. Sounds good. Yeah, I'd rather not try to take on cultists with what we have. I'd like at least a slightly stronger weapon. We could use the rainbow rod. Piercing doesn't really matter for him. Splash damage doesn't really matter for him. Would require a bit more aiming. But definitely prefer to have the thing. Spectre Rod. Spectre Staff. It's the best out of the dungeon magic weapons. However, ragged casters are not super common. Mind me, gentlemen. Carry on. Be about your business. Thank you, Zakel. I think we need the... not this back wall, but, that one down there. I think this is the back wall we need. Only. Oh, he's down there. Okay. Down with this. Not what we need. Fine, take a shortcut. You guys don't belong here. Not your biome. Key brand? Yes, the key brand. So that's definitely a worthwhile weapon. Moonlord versus Keybrand. In mage armor. Didn't seem like a bad spot before. Only downside to it is too many mobs can get to me. Needs a bit of work. Oh, there we go. Magnet Sphere. Magnet Sphere is pretty good. That's what we need. Yep, get up here. We kill you. Oh, Spectre armor helps so much down here. Only, I like you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. You're spooking me. Please stay put. No staff. Healing, please. Oh, this place is spooky. Inferno fork. Not very good. Ooh, scared me. Thought that was a sniper for a moment. Last thing I need is a skeleton sniper. Hey! Not one, but two tabi. How the heck does that happen? Alright, now all we have to do is have a nice long mining session trying to find, what do you call it? Climbing claws. And the only other business we have here is the staff. Took long enough. That's a skeleton sniper down there. Another one? Come on. Jeez. Get the key brand and put a scope on it. Get out of here. This guy. To get out of here. Place isn't for him. Oh. Go ahead and buff. Put a scope on it. You're a silly guy, JCap. You're a silly guy. Lee, we don't need you anymore. Go away. Alright, we've got some banners. As well put them down. As well kill that guy. I hate those guys so much. This guy, on the other hand, we can kill him. Be okay with that. Staff, please! No, no staff. How far are we off the heal? Pretty far. I may recall. Better safe than sorry. Not very good. Not very good, wizard. Good old dungeon sketchiness. Got that right. Got that right. Alright, let's take a break from the dungeon sketchiness, Jacob put it. And what we're gonna do, grab out our here. Go ahead and reforge this. Got the money. We had the money. That'll do. Okay, go on a little, adventure. Looking for climbing claws. 2 chests here. 3 chests here. I like our odds. Aglet. Boomerang. Did I say something about liking our odds? Come on, video game. Be that which I desire. Please. Cool. Thanks for the spam. How's it going? Lep. Lep? Is that how you're doing? Lep? Seems good. I'm doing alright. That's what I'm doing. What's your question, coolest? How do you have those cool panels? Which cool panels? Which cool panels do you mean? I have lots of panels. Which ones are the cool ones you speak of? Ah, that's under the extensions. If you go under your dashboard and look under extensions, it's the schedule one. You actually have to make the events in the events manager tab, and then from there, that's where it pulls from. So I have to go in and physically make an event for every stream that I want to have on the schedule. It's a bit more involved than I would have liked, but it looks nice, so I try to stick with it. Twice a week? Alright, we're not gonna find him in there. Too deep. This might not be too deep. That you're a nerd? Oh, I agree that you're a nerd. Hey, there's one. Boom. Climbing claws. Acquired. That wasn't so bad. Na 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 na. So expensive. I really want warding on these. Come on, Goblin, please. Armored, we'll take it. We're gonna lose a little bit of defense, but worth it. Definitely worth it. Anything else here we want to get rid of? Seems good. Back to the dungeon, I think. That's a good idea. Guess if we ever need money, we could just hop in here for a few minutes. Hasn't berated me or that herb farm? What's wrong with my herb farm, JCap? What's wrong with my herb farm? I think it's perfect. Rex, how's it going? Rex OG. Care if I just call you Rex? So disorganized? It's perfectly well organized. Why does it matter? One herb type per row, but that takes so long. A waste of time. For my herbs? Those herbs are fine. Nothing wrong with those. You guys are crazy. I like these cultists. Nothing wrong with my herbs at all. What things don't matter? Efficiency? I can only assume you mean efficiency. Oh. Oh gosh. You know what? I think this works. We're just gonna hang out here. But it doesn't matter because I just used the what do you call it? Staff of Regrowth. It automatically harvests whatever is ready to be harvested. But visually it's ugly? No, it's not. Find that offensive. Find that offensive. That offends me. If anything, I think it looks more natural to have just a bunch of random herbs. A dive from Diabolus? Nah. We've already played with them plenty. Yep. We'll be fine. No. All we gotta do is just keep hitting him. Our armor does a good job of helping out with that. Besides, we're not gonna die. Even if I was in danger of dying, I'd just hit the number 2 on my keyboard, click the left mouse button, and be home. Dasher the Slasher, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. As long as you're continuously hitting the Diabolists, they can't do anything. other than teleport around. Necromancers are more annoying because they fire their magic off so much faster. Come on, let's go. It is called the Golden Shower. That's exactly what it's called. No, I never do that. It's one world per character. One world per character. So even if this hardcore character dies, we start over with a new world with the new character. Come on, drop that Spectre Staff. Come on, you know you want to. Of course not. Oh, hi. Going for the Onyx Shield? Nah. Not worth the time. If I were to get, like, just by chance, most of the pieces, I might make the time. But I typically don't bother. It's nice, but don't think it's worth the time investment. Oh, I was right in the world then. Don't know about that. I'm decent at the game. Done a few hardcore runs. Died a lot more than I've won. Ow. Hate tactical skeletons. At least they're not, Thank you. Tactical skeletons are annoying, but, not as bad as snipers. Stuck on Expert Moonlord. Well, every potion that you could think of to use them. If you're having trouble thinking of remembering all the potions, you take a bottle of water to the guide. The way I do my Moonlord Arena is just a big, long runway of asphalt. And by long, I mean like at least 2,000 blocks, if not longer. I make it up in the sky. And I put a spawn point with a nurse at one end. Nurse directly above. And one of my little prison-style houses. Spawn point right below. In case of emergencies. But the general gist of it is you use the asphalt for quick bursts of speed if you need to put some distance between you and Moonlord. And then I just basically move one direction away from him. Concentrate on the middle eye mostly. When he goes to fire his death ray, and the middle eye opens, I'll fly up. And then use the Master Ninja Gear or the Shield of Cthulhu. Master Ninja Gear is better for that because it's got better speed. But I'll dash towards him and over his head to avoid the death ray. Drop down and try to do continuous damage to that middle eye. Once all three eyes are out, just move away from him in one direction at a steady speed. And you will eventually start to outdistance the true Eye of Cthulhu's. Makes things a lot easier. Corruption or Crimson? Depends. Depends. If you're doing hardcore, I would recommend Corruption most of the time. If you're doing softcore, I would say Crimson, unless you're doing summons only. If you're doing summons only, then there's no point in doing Crimson. You might as well do Corruption. At least you'll get the Worm Scarf out of it. If you're doing an anything goes softcore playthrough, I would definitely recommend Crimson. Corruption's easier, but Crimson gives you access to the best debuff in the game. The Ichor debuff. This spell is one of them. One of the ways of using it, you can also make flasks to use with melee weapons. You can make arrows, and you can make bullets with it. The Corruption equivalent, Cursed Flames, just is not nearly as good. But Corruption's a little easier to deal with. Also, you'll get the Worm Scarf, so Wall of Flesh would theoretically be easier. Really hard mode's gonna be easier. Tiki Armor, Stardust Dragon, Worm Scarf, Fire Gauntlet, Celestial Shell, Ankh Shield, Picnic Necklace. What, out of curiosity, what other weapon are you using other than the Stardust Dragon? Because unless you're using a melee weapon, get rid of the Fire Gauntlet. But otherwise, your accessories are fantastic, actually. The only thing I would suggest is maybe dropping the Worm Scarf for the Shield of Cthulhu or a Master Ninja Gear, if you can get it. Master Ninja Gear is very, very strong. I don't know. Solar Eruption? I actually like Daybreak better, personally. They're both really good. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm not big on yo-yos personally. They're pretty strong, but I'm just not... I don't particularly find them very fun. I think they're kind of obnoxious to use, personally. If you're looking for the easiest way to kill Moonlord, summons might be it, honestly. What I would do is, if you're going to be using the Stardust Dragon, is make a second set of accessories. It doesn't matter what they are, as long as the increased damage. So get like a Summoner Emblem, an Avenger Emblem. Oh gosh. Any other items you can get that increase damage, make sure they're all menacing. Reforge them until you get menacing on all of them. Keep them in your vanity slot, your vanity slots. What you do is when you go to summon your dragon, switch to all your, just right click to switch between. So switch in all of your menacing damage boosting accessories, and you'll notice the damage on your staff will be much, much higher. Well-fed buff is important. Pumpkin pie is the best food item in the game, because it lasts for 45 minutes. Just buy pumpkin seeds from the Dryad. pretty easy. Yeah, yeah. As many of those things as you can get, summon your dragon and then switch back to your other accessories. Make your other accessories all defensive accessories. And you should be good. That dragon should tear through Moonlord like butter. At that point, all you have to do is worry about dodging. Becomes pretty simple. The only tricky thing is you're going to have fairly low defense. So that's why you want your other set of accessories to all be warding. I'm trying to get the Spectre Staff. Good old Spectre Staff. I happen to have a battle potion. Bye. No? I want a decent magic weapon that homes. Celestial Shell? Celestial Shell is fantastic. You might want to think about dropping the Pygmy Necklace for a different accessory. Me personally, I would go with the Cross Necklace. The Cross Necklace is the best defensive item in the game. Alright, I need to get rid of these fools. Too many of them down there. Ruining my spawn. Where are my enemies at? Well, good news is it's not super hard to get. All I gotta do is fight some mimics. Fighting mimics isn't too bad. I would suggest the jungle, honestly. Just wherever you fought Plantera, put down a bunch of platforms and hang out at the top of your Plantera arena. You'll get mimics. If you have the life form analyzer that the traveling merchant sells, that will help let you know when there are mimics nearby. Still show up. See how we got Bone Lee on here and the Paladin? Because those guys are nearby and they're both rare. Rare enemies. Cookies. What kind of cookies? Frostbark boots? Yeah, you probably want those. Now, if you're using an asphalt arena, you might be able to get away without using them. As long as you have Master Ninja gear, you should be fine. And good wings. What kind of wings do you have? Do you have wings? So you probably want wings. Yeah, definitely switch them out for something else while you're summoning. Oh, Fisheron wings? Oh, yeah, you should have more than enough mobility. Yep. Don't like this guy being here. Come on. There he is. Where I can see you. Peanut butter cookies? I'll take some peanut butter cookies. I'm not a big cookie person, but peanut butter cookies are good. Man, wish those guys were more common. The, ragged casters. It's taking way too long. Eventually I'm gonna get complacent hanging out here. That's when you die. Yeah, bone feather.